Hello everyone, welcome to the ichimokocharts.com daily analysis for the S&P 500 for Wednesday, June the 29th, 2011. Well, a continuation of the trend to the upside today, and here we have a candle that's made a higher high and a higher low. Fairly large green-bodied candle, so the buyers have made some solid net bullish progress on the day between the open and the close. A reduction in the amount that they made on the previous day because the size of the green candle is smaller. Not terribly significant because there hasn't been a large reduction, but it does suggest that the bulls have lost a little bit of momentum that they did have previously. Now, the bulls were able to close the market up towards the high, so they've taken control of this market over the day, and they've shown strong commitment to taking this market higher. Now, we did have the bullish breakout above this 1300 region, and that could be significant for this market. 1300, a round number, has been a level where we've found previous support and resistance on multiple occasions, so we have a bullish breakout above. Only one problem for that is that the market is now interacting with the cloud. And we can see that the high traded to just below the bottom of the cloud, and there is very strong potential for the market to find resistance around that area. So we do need to be ready for a potential reversal or a potential easing of the upside momentum that we've seen in this market. Now, anywhere within the cloud can hold as resistance for this market, and the cloud extends from roughly 1309 at the moment up to 1332. So a very large dynamic area of resistance. As the market trades throughout the next week or so, that amount of resistance will start to decrease, and we can see here probably in a week and a half's time that the cloud is quite thin in that area. So if the market can appreciate, there is a possibility appreciate and maintain upside momentum, there is a possibility that we could eventually have a bullish breakout above the cloud, but we're really getting a lot far away from reality at the moment. That's a hypothetical for the future. Now, in terms of the Ichimoku indicators, we are still trading below the cloud technically, so we have a market that has a negative bias in big picture terms, but only slightly because we're almost trading at the cloud. If we're trading within the cloud, then we have a neutral market in big picture terms. The market is now trading above both the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen, so we have had a change of sentiment in the medium-term and fast-term timeframes, with the market being bullish in both of those timeframes. And if we look at the Tenkan-sen, the green line here, it's pointing out quite sharply, reflecting this strong upside momentum we've seen in the market over the last few days. The Kijun-sen is still pointing flat, and as we said previously, when it turns flat, it tends to attract price action, and that's what's happened over the past 3 days here. If we look at the checkout span here, that's below the corresponding price action, so that is reinforcing the overall bearish outlook, the negative bias that we have in the market. If the market continues to rally, then there is a good chance that the checkout span will cross above the price action and confirm some of the bullishness that we're seeing in the market. But at the moment, it's failing to confirm. So even though we have had this good rally in the very short-term time frame, not necessarily being supported in big picture terms at the moment, so do be aware of that. So there is potential for the cloud to hold as resistance. Now, to the downside, if we do have a change of trend, then we should be looking to the 1300 round number to hold as support. We know that support resistance can actually change character, so look to that area for support. This region where we saw previous downside price rejection extending down to 1288 can be a large zone of support now for this market, and we certainly have good support offered at the Tenkan-sen, which is trading at 1286, down to a swing low at 1275 to 1265, and down to this major swing low around 1258. So very strong resistance overhead, very strong support down below. It will be some time until we see resolution above or below this strong support or resistance in this market on the daily charts.